girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
Good morning, Geek Squad. Here we are, Sunday Spreadsheets. How is everyone doing this morning? Looks like we've got quite a bit of delay on here. I've got to figure that out. Almost 30 seconds, it looks like. Anyway, here we are. Sunday morning. Do a quick roll call. And one thing I wanted to say, maybe I'm thinking I'm going to change the name of this Sunday spreadsheet thing to something different because I may not have a spreadsheet to show and talk about every week. But let's see. Retro Mike, the Pigeon King, is here. Hey. All Set Miner, UK Miners Club, Power Mines Crypto, Dumpster Fire, Jeff, you bastard. You need to come down here and see me, man. Integra Guy. Who else we got? Looks like that's it so far. Geppetto? D Geppetto? I'll just call you Geppetto. Good morning, everyone. So, before we get too deep into this, let's see if I can make it just... Here we go. Today's video is brought to you by me. I design and 3D print custom models on the side, kind of a side hustle thing. And I sell them on Etsy and Amazon and eBay, but Etsy is my main platform. So if you guys get a chance, check it out. My Etsy store redirects from burtonbunker.com, and I make some pretty cool stuff. So hopefully it's something you guys would be interested in. So go check that out. So enough about that. Let's take a quick look at what the markets are doing. Oh, that is interesting to see. So Bitcoin, we're still hovering right around 20 grand. You know, is what it is. That's a pretty good spot to be in, considering where we're at. There's got a lot of resistance here and a lot of support. I guess you could look at it that way. Ethereum's just under 1,500. Who cares about that anyway? USDC, here's the chart everybody's looking at. So, man, as of, it was Saturday, was it? No, it was Friday. No, there's Friday. There's Saturday. Saturday, it took a big old dookie-doo. And, whatchamacallit, Coinbase stopped doing the conversions from USD to USDC to USD, and they wouldn't let you convert it to Bitcoin either. I tried that. So I put this on Twitter, but if you're anything like me where you put some money over there, you know, to buy the dip, I saw this coming about a month ago, not with USDC, but some of the dips coming about a month ago. I moved some money over, right? And now it's having a fire sale. It is having a fire sale. Yes, UK miners. It's definitely having a fire sale. So the Coinbase card works. As of yesterday, I haven't tried it this morning, but you're able to go to the ATM. You can only pull out like $500 at a time, but that's better than nothing. And you can still swipe it, put gas in your car, go to the grocery, all that fun stuff. So just a heads up there. Let's see. Cardano. Where are we at? 30 cents at Cardano. Litecoin is at $68. And Dogecoin is at 6 cents. Maybe next week we'll take a little bit closer of a look on TradingView. I've got I opened a new TradingView account under my my goat name, and I've got some very cool indicators. If you're anything, if you're familiar with what is that, the crypto cipher indicator, I found some that are very, very similar and are free. That's the important part. Oh, I didn't get to show this off. Look at my new cup. This is my mug. Isn't that awesome? It's like a giant camera lens. All right. So, what are we talking about today? Well, the stream title is Be Your Own Bank. So, how can you go about being your own bank using, like, Bitcoin, right? Or cryptos in general? Well, let me find the tab. I need to organize these tabs a little bit better. So, doing some Googling, I looked up, how's Mini Miner been doing last week? Power Mines, we'll look at that. How's Mini Miner doing? I've still got the camera going over there. You know what? We'll just take a quick look at that. Power Mines asks, how's the Mini Miner been doing this last week? She's still running. She is still running good. That's a good thing, right? So doing a little bit of Googling, I think I like this one better. Yeah, a little bit of Googling on how to be your own bank. Um, come up with a lot of results, but this one from CoinLedger stuck out at me because it kind of went through the different companies to help you be your own bank with crypto loans. So, it goes through, and some of these are like BlockFi. You're not going to BlockFi is defunct by now. Please, if you're using BlockFi, get off of BlockFi. But Unchained Capital and Nexo, diving down this rabbit hole, were interested to me. Where was the Unchained Capital? So this looks like a financial service that's crypto friendly, essentially, and they can help you with personal loans, business loans, concierge onboarding and support. Probably a trading desk that is OTC or over the counter, so it's not going to affect the rest of the market when you're trading 100 Bitcoins at a time. IRAs and Bitcoin loans. That's what interests me. So, like I said in one of my recent videos, is like I'm all in on Bitcoin right now. All of my GPUs, I've got them mining on NiceHash that's auto converting over to Bitcoin because I want a big fat stack of Satoshis. I think it's a little bit unrealistic in my position now to give a goal of one whole Bitcoin by end of year or something like that. But I'm just trying to stack up as much as I can as quickly as I can within reason without, selling the farm and stuff. But, my 401k ain't going to cut it. So I got to think about me. I got to think about my kids and their kids. And if I can stack up these Bitcoins that are just obviously going to get more and more valuable, that's going to benefit everybody in the not so long run to long run, in my opinion. But so they've got Bitcoin loans, and they can only loan in certain parts of the country, but they can help with a lot of different things. Now, looking at this, so they will loan you a minimum of $10,000 up to probably as much as you want. Loans over $1 million, get in touch. But what would it take to get a $10,000 loan against your Bitcoin? Well, right now it's 1.2 BTC. I think that's a little unreasonable because 13% interest rate with a 15% APR. Ouch. But looking over here at Nexo, and I didn't dive as deep into this as I wanted to because other stuff came up. But they have an app. I saw that they do have an app, and you can here you go. They have an app. You can use your wallet or use their wallet on their app and stuff. But you can get instant lines of credit this way using your Bitcoin as collateral. So instead of putting up the house, or actually selling your Bitcoin, you can keep your Bitcoin. I look at this like, hey, I need, a down payment on a shed, or a new house or, something for my business, a big piece of equipment for my business. And I've got a bunch of Bitcoin or crypto here that's laying around and available that's just collecting value. I might as well put it to work for me. Not only, staking is one way to put it to work, but loaning it out as well. So if I, expect that I need a $10,000 piece of equipment that's going to net me $2,000 a month or $500 a month or $1,000 a month or something like that. This is a good option for that. This might be a good opportunity to take advantage of that. And they do a whole lot of different cryptos on this. Yes, UK Miners Club. I am a father. I have 3 kids, and they're all for sale. If you're interested, eBay won't take them. Penny a pound or best offer. Hit me up on Discord. I'm kidding, of course, but you can hit me up on Discord. But they've got a whole bunch of different coins here, even Engine Coin, which is, if you don't know Engine Coin, it's a gaming coin token, basically, for like metaverse stuff. But you need, 93? Yeah, so they've got different values that they'll loan against. Ethereum, Binance USD, even USDC. Oh my gosh, they're actually taking 90% value on USDC. That's a bad thing. No, I'm kidding. Speaking of USDC, where's the tab? Nope, that's not it. Circle may be able to recover all 3.3 billion stuck at Silicon Valley Bank. Now, when this news broke yesterday, the CEO finally came out and said something. I think in the afternoon, he said, "Oh, we've got a plan. Don't worry. Up to 50% of your crypto assets and also lend out to Retro Mike. Where can you get up to 50% of LTV on Aave? Is that through the same platform? I didn't see that." Circle CEO stated USDC will be supported through external capital if necessary. That's good. Maybe, depending on where that capital comes from. Circle executive revealed that the company has initiated a transaction to transfer $3.3 billion out of Silicon Valley Bank and believe the entire $3.3 billion exposure may be recoverable. Excuse me. FDIC may allow the transfer to settle since it was initiated before SVB was shut down. That's interesting. Before the bank was shut down, Circle said, we want our money. We're going to take our money back. That's interesting to hear. Isn't that like illegal? Raptor Morning. Yes, Raptor Morning. Raptor Mining. Hey, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming. Hit that like, guys. We got 11 watching and 10 likes. Oh, I guess we're there. If you haven't hit the like, hit the like. And subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. That's very important. CEL support USDC through external capital if necessary. So where is this money coming from? According to Jeremy, 23% is allocated in cash. Last week, $5 billion are moved to the Bank of New York in order to reduce bank risk. Doopa-doopa-doopa-doo. FDIC would allow the transaction. So if this transaction went through before the bank shut down, isn't that like an insider knowledge, underground thing? I don't know. That's interesting to see. All set miner. You know what? Where was your comment? Feel like we're having a prep talk before post-apocalypse, and we need to handle our own money. Yes, we need to. I feel like that's absolutely coming. Maybe not right around the corner. I don't know, but that's funny that you said that, because in a apocalyptic scenario, a hit the fan scenario, dollar crashes, all that stuff. I'm not loaning my Bitcoin. That's going to be my currency. Well, a form of currency besides precious metals like brass and lead. Just saying. Anyway, it does come under insider training, requesting payout before failure. That's what I thought. And where is the tab? I need to organize these tabs a little bit better. Imminent bank. Games are trying to steal your crypto. Here we go. Silicon Valley Bank. Oh my God, is there a dark mode? Oh, that's much better. Silicon Valley Bank CEO cashed out shares. You are not seeing what I'm seeing because I'm not sharing my screen. There we go. That's better. Silicon Valley Bank CEO cashed out shares and paid bonuses just before collapse. So this article just came out at butt crack of dawn this morning. Silicon Valley top executives sold over 4 million in company shares a few weeks before it collapsed. The bank also paid employee bonuses a few hours before the collapse. Some stakeholders have urged the government to bail out the failed bank. How do you feel about that? I am not a fan of government bailing out a bank. Would they bail me out if I've got 10 employees and my business goes under? Or Coca-Cola, are they going to bail them out? They bailed out the car companies, which is interesting to see and hear. That's a whole other topic I don't really want to get into because the car companies had the money and didn't need the government money. But either way, I don't know how I feel about that, because that's just going to be more ammo for them, for their I told you so's to come across. Do you know what I mean? Look at the Retro Mike. Oh my gosh. Is it on TradingView? Let's see if Pigeon Coin is on TradingView. It is not on TradingView. I'm not taking a look at it. Just kidding. I don't know. Coins. Full Coin market cap. Oh, damn you. What? I'm not logged in. Hold on. How am I not logged in? Okay, now I'm logged in. That's better. Let's look at, you said PGN, Pigeon Coin. Okay, gosh, Retro Mike. That is quite a pump in the last day. But compared to a month ago when it was worth 1, 2, 3, 4, so 10, 100,000, 10,000, 60th of a thousandth of a cent ish. It's still, you do you, buddy. King of the bird coins over there. While we're here real quick, let's take a look at this portfolio. I'm all over the place. I need a better schedule, I need a whiteboard. I need my whiteboard. Anyway, so this is my 30 coins in 30 days portfolio that I did in December of 2022. So if you don't know, I mined a different coin every day for the entire month of December for 30 days, 30 coins in 30 days. And I put it in a spreadsheet and I put it on a portfolio on CoinMarketCap. And at the end of, on January 1st, 2023, it was worth like $88 or $86. We can see that it got up to an all-time high of about $200. Now, the power cost to mine all that's about $300 or so, $340 something a month is what I pay for the shed, for that piece of the shed, for the crypto. And so if you look at it as today's value, we're still under. But a lot of those coins, if they go anywhere near an all-time high, I'm going to make thousands of dollars on just that 1 month of mining. So today, where are we at? Nexa's up 243% from where I mined it. Alephium is up quite a bit. Conflux is up 571%. Now, full transparency here, Conflux pumped not too long ago and got up to like 30 cents or something, 29 cents, and I sold it. I was at like 1,500% P&L. It was what does he say? It was mint. Caspa's up quite a bit. I'm still mining Caspa, actually. Flux is up a little bit. Anyway, getting off track here. Sorry. CEO, number of shares. CFO, 2,000 shares. CEO had 12,000 shares. And the CMO had 974 shares. So these people cashed out and made, so their CEO made $3.5 million cashing out shares at the end of February, and the bank took a dump early March. That's illegal, right? Like, this guy should go to jail. I mean, I don't know whose pocket he's in now, or was in, or whatever, but that's bullshit, in my opinion. That's absolute bullshit. Bonuses paid out. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. What else was I wanting to talk about today? Load up on Bitcoin, be your own bank. Oh, ledger safety. So part of being your own bank is going to be self-custody, right? You got to have somewhere to put your cryptos, your assets, your being your own bank. Because if you're not going to use the Wells Fargos and whatnots of the world, you got to put your assets somewhere. And I recommend Ledger. I have a Trezor as well. Not a big fan of it. It does sync with the Exodus wallet, so that's kind of cool. They don't have their own native app. Ledger Live has a native app, has a desktop app, and it works really well for me. I've used it, since the start of crypto, or since I started playing with crypto in 2020. So how do you know your ledger is genuine? Well, first off, don't buy it off eBay, or Marketplace or anything like that. Don't buy a crypto wallet secondhand. It's just a bad idea. So Ledger has their own store at ledger.com. You can go there, buy it direct. But they also have a real Ledger Amazon store. So everybody buys on Amazon. This just makes it easier. You don't have to create a new account and stuff like that. The Nano S Plus, which I have one. $80. Just buy it. Just buy it. It's worth it. Just buy it. I like the Nano X, this one here, because it holds a lot more coins, and it's got Bluetooth built in. I don't really use the Bluetooth much. In fact, my phone doesn't recognize it very well, but it's there. Now, what else was there? There was 6 essential rules to keeping your crypto safe. Using a legitimate Ledger Live app and Ledger wallet. Remembering your PIN code. Do not forget your PIN. Have you forgot your PIN? Yet you still have your 24 words. Your crypto isn't lost. Sure, I left my Nano X right here. So if you lose your physical device, there's a way to restore it with your seed phrase. Losing your most vital data is your recovery phrase. Okay, this isn't what I thought it was. Self-custody. How to be your own bank. Why you should care about self-custody. What's a wallet? Hot wallets. Exchange wallets. Don't keep your money on exchanges. I know we all understand this, but I can't say it enough. Get your money off exchanges. I mean, even... And it was retarded to do this. I should have put it as cash and not USDC. But Coinbase makes it so tempting because you can earn 2% or something just leaving your USDC there sitting around waiting to be spent, which essentially is what I was doing. Crypto hit a pump, and I took some profits and I moved it over and I sat it there as USDC. Waiting for Ethereum to get down under $1,000. Once it was, I was going to buy a couple more, buy back in, but c'est la vie. Exchange wallet, desktop wallets, cold wallets, hardware wallets. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen again. Anyway, I think we get the point here. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Retro Mike ran out of storage for apps. They don't have enough storage to support the apps for everything Ledger Live supports, and I hold one of every coin. Really? You have one Bitcoin, Retro Mike? Is that how you bought your Maserati? Kidding. You get the new one. It's coming out. I was going to, but it has the same storage as the X. Yeah, it does, and it's essentially that new. What is that? The Stacks, the Ledger Stacks, is essentially a Ledger X with the screen. And if you've got the Ledger app, you don't. I don't know. I'm not going to carry that thing around. It's in the safe. You know what I mean? That's kind of the whole point, is that it stays safe and secure. Let's see. PowerMine's crypto. How much KDA is the box miner mining per day? Well, I can answer that. Maybe. PowerMines, this is, I am mining Cadena at, Chelsea. Hey, Ovalboard Tech. I'm very sad to hear that you had a Bitcoin and Celsius took it from you. That sucks. So I'm over here mining Cadena at Poolflare, and I actually have two. I have my KD Box 2 and the KD Box Pro going. Rewards, payouts. So this is back when I was just using the KD Box Pro, which is like 2.5 gigahash or 2.5 terahash, and the Box 2 is 5 terahash, so double that. But I was earning around a half a KDA per day with the Pro. So the 2, which is double the speed or double the hash rate, I earn about 1 a day, 1 KDA per day currently. And PowerMinds asked that question. Live and learn. Never put money I couldn't afford to lose. Oval bore. That is a hard lesson learned. Never put in money I couldn't afford to lose. Yeah. Yeah, we all learned that lesson. Just like we all learn not to power off servers remotely that we can't power back on remotely. That's a fun 2 a.m. trip. Let's see. There was one or two more things. We're only running about 30 minutes right now. So we talked about ledger safety. We talked about Nexo. We talked about how to be your own bank. FTX. I know we're all so excited about talking about FTX over and over, but I saw the Daily Show with, what's his name? He's a comedian. I forget his name. Indian fellow. I don't know his name. I'm not going to butcher it. I'm sorry. But Kevin O'Leary was on there, and they were back and forth about, oh, you were promoting FTX and you were doing this, and people that follow you are going to put money in as well. And it's, please correct me if I'm wrong here. As I understand it, a big chunk of the money out there that was lost in that FTX fiasco was investor or were customer funds. People that left their money on the exchanges or were actively trading and things like that, not the people that invested on the back end as like a startup, right? So I could be wrong there. The point I was trying to get to, fucking squirrel, is neither one of them. It's like a 40-minute conversation. And it's all on YouTube, so all uncut too. I really appreciate that. They say uncut, whatever. Neither one of them once said, never invest more than you can afford to lose, which I think is a big key piece. So yeah, I see Kevin O'Leary or Nancy Pelosi or, all of these people like investing and pushing and maybe not Pelosi pushing, but you can, what I'm saying. It's like you see all these people that are, hey, look at what I'm doing, you should do it too, kind of thing. Well, if I don't have, $1,000 or $5,000 to put in a FTT or, a specific token or a stock or anything, I'm not going to do it. I got bills to pay. I got kids to feed, and if you're on the same lines, then you shouldn't do that either. Never invest more than you're willing to lose. And it's funny, the more you get into it, the more you get into it, that bigger that bubble gets. Hey, I'm not, $100 gamble is a $100 gamble, $500, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000. Eventually, it just starts growing where it's like, hey, if you're doing it right, you're taking profits on the way up and you're buying back in on the way down, your DCA strategy lines up, then you've got your profits are getting bigger and your footprint for slippage is larger as well. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Billionaire warns of imminent bank run if government fails to guarantee all SVB deposits. So, billionaire Bill Ackman has warned of vast and profound consequences of the U.S. government letting SVB fail without protecting all depositors. No company will take even a tiny chance of losing $1 of deposits, as there is no reward for this risk. Absent a system-wide FDIC deposit guarantee, more bank runs begin Monday morning. I could see that, yes. And, Red Panda Mining in the house. Hey, what up, my furry friend? What do you think about that? I think that there is definitely going to be some kind of at least small run on the banks. One, because of people that just read headlines and don't read the entire article or don't look into what's happening and why, and they freak out. It's just like the toilet paper pandemic fiasco. You see on TV one person or one store freaks out and everybody's going crazy over toilet paper. Next thing you know, you're using your socks. At least they're cottony fresh. But it's same thing here. It's like fuel shortages. Every time you hear fuel shortages, it's going to do the same thing. So what do you think about that? Do you think there's going to be a run on the banks? I don't know. There might be. I think there's going to be a little bit of a one. What's this one here? Web3 is going just great. I saw this article and I found this funny. Someone attempting to swap $2 million in 3CRV token ends up with 5 cents due to apparent Kyber issue. Kyber is a decentralized exchange platform. So someone tried to swap around 2 million of these tokens, and the trade suffered from massive slippage and was front run by an MEV bot. The MEV bot made off with a nice 34 grand, and the trader wound up with only 5 cents in the USDC stablecoin, which added insult to injury was in the middle of depegging. That's insane. That's insane. Shaq is in the news. So, lawyer Shaquille O'Neal hiding in his house to avoid being served in a crypto lawsuit. How does Shaq hide? He's like 9 feet tall. 7'1". Okay, whatever. Somehow still managed to hide from process servers. FTX investor from Oklahoma filed a lawsuit against and its celebrity endorsers after FTX declared bankruptcy. The suit named athletes include Tom Brady, Stephen Curry, Naomi Osaka, and Shaq. And according to lawyers, when process servers visited the house, Shaq refused to answer the door. I wonder if he's like sitting on the stairs on the other side of the door, just like flipping them off, or like, no, I'm not coming. An email to the defendant said O'Neal was dodging service to draw out these proceedings or to otherwise attempt to avoid answering for these allegations. Blah, 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 blah. There was a piece down here. Where was it? So Shaq told NBC he's just a paid spokesman, not involved in the operations of the company. This may not keep him from being a defendant in the lawsuit, but at the moment, hiding in his house seems to be working. However, a Florida judge is considering removing O'Neal and Osaka from the lawsuit and the planned October criminal trial for former FTX CEO SBF is likely to be pushed back. That's interesting. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. It's going wild. We got Red Panda in here. Everybody's going crazy. Red Panda, I like being my own bank until the cost basis gets lower and lower, then I feel FOMO. Yeah. Footweiser, hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining the live stream. We'll take a load off Hawk's shoulders. Talking about down there having a blast with the rest of the crew in Disney and at the Terra hosting facility. That's awesome. I'm excited to go down there. Going to Animal Kingdom today. Red Panda, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Be safe out there, buddy. Enjoy the rest of the trip. Have fun, Panda. Damn, Florida George. That's right. Well, we'll be wrapping it up here pretty soon. I just got a couple more things. Oh, yeah, this one. This one sucks. This one sucks bad. So, U.S. government appeals approval of Voyager sale. This one hits home because I got fucked by Voyager for about $2,000. Son of a. So DOJ has appealed a court order approving Voyager's bankruptcy plan, creating a new hurdle for the crypto lender's plan to sell its assets and transfer its customers to Binance in a deal valued at $1.3 billion. That's it? I say that's it. $1.3 billion. I thought it was more than that, but so bankruptcy judge had approved Voyager's restructuring plan, which is built around acquisition by Binance, at a hearing on Tuesday after overruling objections from the SEC and DOJ. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. I hope you will too. to see what's going on here. This is going to affect you and me and a lot of people out there. And let's look at one more quick little personal update. If if you follow me on YouTube, you will have seen a recent short I put out about my new crypto shed. It's not a crypto shed. It's a fucking studio or a whatchamacallit? Workshop. It's a workshop. And I need to mute that. Let's mute that. All right, this is my new workshop. So I do 3D printing. Like I said, I'm going to fill this fucker full of printers, and my laser engraver is going to go in there. I got a hydro dipping station that's going in there. After the better part of a month. Hey, I said mute. There we go. Look at this thing. This thing is huge. It is 10 by 20. I got a pretty good deal on it because it was a repo. And this is actually the second repo I've bought. Oh, you can't rewind shorts? You bastard. There's another shed that's a little bit bigger than this one that's off to the side, not right next to it, but on the other side of the one that's right next to it that I use for storage and currently my workshop. But I got too much crap, so it's full. I got this one to really expand with. And this one really wasn't too bad. It just had a little trash and dirt and stuff, and it smelled like hobo stank. Not hooba stank, but hobo stank. And so I painted the floor. I just did a second coat yesterday. I'm going to go out there after it stops raining and spray some clear coat down. And then probably Monday, construction will resume. I'm going to build a wall. It's the biggest and greatest wall that you've ever seen. Walls have walled before. That was horrible. That was almost like a Trump and Bernie Sanders mashup. I should never do that again. Where the printers are going to live, because it's going to be temperature controlled, I'm going to extend that entire top attic area and make it all one piece so I can fully utilize the room up there. And then outside that little room, I'm going to have, you know, my hydro dipping tank and my laser engraver and my shipping station. I might do some live streams and stuff in there and some videos in there, of course. So check that out. And no, Retro Mike, I didn't pull it down myself. I had someone else do it, but there's giant marks all the way up to... Anyway, yeah, so I'm super excited about this. The most expensive part is getting the 10.3 Romex to get, 220. I'm going to run out there and then break it off to a couple of 110 circuits. I am going to have a dedicated 220 outlet out there just in case. That way I can run a 220, a compressor, or put some miners out there. It's going to be fantastic. It's freaking sweet. Let me see. There was one I did yesterday. Well, I'm going to take a page out of that. Son of a bastard. Yeah. So, I didn't put it up yesterday, but I swept it out so it looks a little bit better. That's nice. Give myself a thumbs up. Look at that. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. I'm very excited to get started on that. All right. Last couple of minutes here. We're going to be wrapping this up. I'm going to try to wrap it up before 11 Eastern, so 15 minutes left. Let's take a look at the chat, see what you guys are talking about. How do I pop this thing out? I can pop this out, right? Pop out chat. I can. Oh, holy cow. Oh, let's see. How much power are you putting in there? Crypto Craig asks, how much power are you putting in there? Yeah, like you probably said that before I said it, but I'm going to run a 220 circuit and to a sub panel from the main panel at the house. And from there, I'm going to break it off into two 15 amp 110s that are going to run the printers. Now, the printers can run on 220, but I've got a UPS, a big 1500 VA UPS on each. I've got 3 printers per UPS, because in my neighborhood, if you fart wrong, the power goes out, or at least, dims and freaks out. The power is very unstable here. So I put a UPS on it, because if the power goes out in the middle of the print and then comes back on, your print's fucked. So this helps to stop that. But the UPSs are 110, so I've got to stick with that, 110 all the way down. I'd like to put a 220. I've got a big 220 UPS, but it's on my servers. So let's see. Loft is fire. Yes, it is. Whose yard did you steal that out of? I don't know. I didn't ask. They've got a bunch of these down here in Georgia, where it's like on the side of the road. They've got a line of, sheds and barns and greenhouses and like chicken coops that are already made. You just go in there and tell them you want it, and they'll deliver it. Usually the first one I got delivered showed up in like 4 days, 3 or 4 days. This one took almost a month. I was damn near ready to make my first payment on this thing before it even showed up. Anyway, you got it. Let's see. Actually, go repo it. Yeah, I guess you could. Who was stank? Not a perfect person. Okay. Integra guy, jelly of that shed. Yeah. Thank you. Pull it with a pickup truck without a bed on it. Maybe. Yeah. Looking awesome. Gonna have to pick, pack, and ship. Team and assembly line. I been trying to put my kids to work on the assembly line and then at the printing facility, but they don't want anything to do with it. They sure like the money that comes in from it, though. So it's pretty much just me right now. A lot of room in there. See, a great setup for printing and such. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Crypto Craig. I wanted to get something that's big enough that I could split it out. I have the 3D printers in there. Really, I need to keep it temperature controlled, because when it gets, stupid hot, those printers like to clog up. You get that heat creep going up your hot end. That came out wrong. But it can clog things up and fuck a lot of things up. So I'm going to have to keep that temperature controlled. But, I've got a laser engraver I haven't been able to do anything with. And I built a custom hydro dipping tank that is literally sitting there and never had a drop of water in it. I'm ready to really start expanding and growing this stuff. I like my job, but I want to work for me, not for someone else. So that's my goal. Let's see. PowerMinds Crypto. I'm going to get my live ready for when you're wrapping up. Okay, so I guess PowerMinds Crypto is going live after this. So guys, go check him out. Check out his live stream after we're done here in a couple more minutes. UK Miners Club. UK has 240 standard. Yes, that's awesome. But in America, we like putting pennies and forks and things in holes. And in my opinion, you only do that once, right? Or a couple times, maybe. Anyway. All right, little conversation going back and forth about voltage, neutral split. Yep, that's right. Yeah, 2-phase. 208, do the single phase. Is 180 on the residential, 240. So, okay. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up now. I don't have much more. Are there any questions, comments, concerns from you guys that you want to last chance to say anything before we wrap this up, guys? Let's see. I'm just looking at the news, seeing if there's any other articles that stand out that want to have a... No. Okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody for stopping by. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And have a great